is Hank Judson's criminal file. This is a psychological profile of the carnation killer. It was put together by the departmental shrinks. I thought you might like to see how they match up.
Yeah, why don't you just give me the highlights?
Highlights, okay. All right, most likely been in trouble with the law before. Repeat sex offender seems most probable. Rape, maybe murder. Other crimes relating to it. Extremely violent man. The file stresses that time and time again. Hatred of mother and women in general. Knows he's a danger to society, but has little or no control of his actions.
Sounds like it could be our boy Judson.
Oh, yeah.
See what it says here about the company he keeps? Every monster on the East Coast.
Yep. Big names, long records. I got the feeling looking through that he left Atlantic City at a dead run.
Yeah. What else the shrink say?
You want specifics? Okay. Okay, these personality types are usually orphaned at an early age or are the products of a broken home. How's that match up?
Parents divorced at age 10, 2 years in reform school.
May have been a participant in boxing or weightlifting or any one of the other so-called macho sports.
Played semi-pro football in Ponce Valley, Pennsylvania.
So far, so good. Delusions of grandeur, of wealth, sexual attraction. Probably convinced himself at an early age that he's above the rest of the world. This is the part that I find most interesting. Kills to get even with an individual in his past. Someone, usually female, who jilted him, but in his own sick mind, he perceives his murderous acts as acts of love. That explains the carnations.
Sounds like it could be our guy. Got an address on him yet?
I thought I did, but he seems to have moved recently, but I got the computers talking to each other. I should have something for us in about an hour.
Good. Gives me time to talk to Gina again. Should be down in a minute.
Gina? Oh, this is Mrs. DeMott, Judson's former girlfriend, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
There is one other item. I don't know, you may not even want to see this.
No, I want to see everything.
It's pretty grisly. These are the lab photos from the crime scenes. Note the similarities. Summer Brooke, Summer Blake, died in exactly the same way that the waitress did.
Beautiful girl.
Not anymore.
Let's get this guy.
There you are. I was getting worried about you.
Oh, hello. Thank you, darling.
Are you all right? How was your trip?
You will never guess who I ran into out in the corridor.
I hope not a Capwell.
No, not only was it a Capwell, it was the Capwell. It was Cece himself, and he even invited me to supper.
You declined, of course.
Oh, I didn't sound funny. I said I didn't say yes or no.
I hope you realize what a dangerous game you're playing.
Oh, Marcello, I told you this is much more than a game.
All these disguises and everything.
I've told you what the plan is. There's no point in arguing with me now. The disguises all have a purpose.
Yes, I know. To allow you to get closer to your family. I still maintain that it would have been far easier and more effective to just come right out and identify yourself.
I have identified myself, and quite accurately. I've told them that I am Contessa Almonte. And until that I am ready to tell them that I am also Sophia Capwell, I'm going to be Contessa Almonte. I'm not going to tell them anything else until I'm sure my presence here is desired.
But such a lot of fuss and risk and danger.
Yes, it is. That and a lot more. And if it bothers you that much, dear, you may leave. I mean, the jet is fueled and ready to take off at a moment's notice.
There's no need to get angry. You know that I could never desert you. Not as long as Lionel Lockridge is who knows where.
Yes. He does know where. We came back here really not knowing much of anything.
I have all the resources available to us at work. When and if he is found, we will be the first to know. And if he is alive, you had better pray that he keeps quiet.
He will, Marcello. Because he knows the consequences if he doesn't. Lionel and all the Lockridges will lose everything they have.
Lionel Lockridge was with Sophia when she died. What are you saying? Lionel may have killed her mother.
Hello. Class doesn't start for another half hour.
Yeah, I know. I was just doing some studying. You know, noisy the cafeteria gets.
Lakin was asking for you.
Yeah, well, I'll see her later.
She had asked me if I'd seen you, and I said no. She was in the cafeteria. Ted, listen, I know this is none of my business, but she was pretty upset when I talked to her.
Yeah, well, I don't blame her. She's got every right to be upset.
Well, you seem pretty upset yourself.
Well, you're very observant.
You know, there's an old line us teachers use sometimes. It goes something like, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, well, we kids have a standard response. No, not really.
Sometimes it helps.
Yeah, sometimes, but this is not one of those wonderful occasions.
Look, Ted, I hope you don't mind my saying this, but you and Lakin have been sitting in the classroom, but you really haven't been here. It's obvious there's something personal between the two of you.
Yeah, and the operative word here is personal.
Ted, I'm not trying to pry.
Look, and I'm not trying to be upset, all right? Look, all good intentions aside, I just don't think there's anything you can do about this, all right?
Well, something's got to give because it's about yours and Lakin's grades. Now, you've both applied to some very good colleges, and I wouldn't want a sudden decline in your grades to affect your college outlook.
This has absolutely nothing to do with my grades, all right? It has nothing to do with Lakin and me, practically. It's just it's a case of two people being stuck in the middle of something.
Well, sitting in here by yourself isn't about to get the job done.
Probably not.
You know, communication between two people who care about each other is very important.
Well, I'll remember that. Thank you.
And you're not about to do anything about it.
I can't do anything about it!
Well, how about that? I think I just have enough time to grab a bite. I'll see you two later. What were you and Miss Parks talking about?
Not much.
I didn't even know you'd gone back. Did you go home?
Yeah, that's where I said I was going.
Did you talk to Mason?
Yeah. For a minute or two.
See, I told you he didn't have anything to do with this.
You were upset about something, so I figured I'd find out about what.
Well, did you?
You mean, did he tell me anything? No, he didn't say a thing to me. He said that if you and I were having problems, that maybe we should work it out for ourselves. Now, if you ask me, I think that's a pretty good solution.
I want to tell you, Ted. Just don't think that now's the right time.
Okay by me?
Are you sure? I mean...
Look, if you don't think now's the right time, then I say fine. Great. I understand. I'm sure you've got a very good reason why.
It's not that good.
Forget the reason. You don't even need a reason. Look, you're free to say whatever you want whenever you want. There's going to be no more pressure from me. It's a promise. So, you think Mrs. Parks is going to quiz us on this reading?
I don't know. What does she say?
That didn't come up in conversation.
Have you read the chapters?
Nope. You?
I read the book last summer.
Well, then what's it about?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, you don't remember, and I never read the book. We make a great team, don't we?
Look, we have some time before class. Why don't we read it now?
Okay.
We've traced him to L.A. There are indications that he was responsible for Summer's death. Are you ready to tell the truth, Gina? I need everything you know about this man.
Los Angeles is so close.
2-hour drive.
We could have come here.
Huh? Been back in L.A. by dawn. Why are you so scared, Gina?
He's a horrible man, Mason. Dangerous.
Capable of murder?
Yes.
Then you know more than you previously indicated.
He could come after me now. Or Brandon. You've got to stop him. You have to arrest him and get him before he does it again.
Gina, listen.
No, you have to find him, Mason. You have to find him.
We will, Gina, and when we do, we'll arrest him. In the meantime, I'll put a police guard on you and Brandon. But before I can do that, you have to tell me what your relationship was with Hank.
What does that matter? I already told you how he beat Summer up.
Uh-huh. Because she wouldn't tell him where you were. That's what you told me.
That's right.
I need to know why he wanted you.
All right. A long time ago, we had an association, and I won't tell you anymore. Mason, I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you anything more.
All right. Well, there's something you should know. Came across some interesting information when I was going through Hank's file. Seems that he lived in Atlantic City for a while and that he may have been involved in an extortion plot there. Still with me?
What does that have to do with Summer or me?
The New Jersey police think that Hank was involved in a mob hit, that he tried to set up a mobster in a restaurant to be killed, and that a mysterious blonde woman who's never found was involved in the killing.
Blonde? What is that supposed to mean? Half the population is blonde.
So was Summer. And so are you.
That's enough. How dare you make an accusation like that? Summer never broke a law in her life.
What about you?
The same goes for me. I'm not going to stand here and let you talk to me like that.
You're denying you knew anything about the hit.
Of course I am. And I don't think you should be wasting time accusing me and Summer of some old crime that neither one of us know anything about. What you should be doing is looking for that murderer. She was my sister, damn it. Do you know how close we were? Do you have any idea?
I think so.
No, I don't think you do. If you did, you wouldn't be asking these insensitive questions.
I got it. This is Mason, Capwell.
And I got it, a current address for Hank Judson, and a little bonus. The address of a club he likes to hang out at, the Club 602. It's a bar in downtown L.A.
Line up a car. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Engine's already running.
Good man. See you. Well, seems that we have a line on our Mr. Judson. I'm leaving for L.A. right away. I hope for your sake, Gina, that you're not holding anything back.
Mason, you're trying to frighten me. I hate to disappoint you. But there's nothing Hank Judson can say that's going to hurt me. Just get him.
Oh, look, I'm so glad everything's intact.
Which one is that?
Oh, this is the bag lady. You see, I have a torn sweater, and I'll have a little hat on my head with the pom-pom. You know where we got this? From a woman on the streets of Paris. The chauffeur approached her, offered her 100 francs. Do you think we offended her?
Well, that depends on what she was left with to wear.
Some of my clothes.
And I'm sure she felt adequately compensated, yes.
I hope so. Now, this needs to be dirtied up a little more. The smell isn't... It's not quite ripe enough, but I'll have plenty of time for that for later. Oh, and look at this. Now, this is the tailored journalist's book. I have glasses for it somewhere. Wait till you see me.
I hope you understand what a tremendous chance you are taking. Any one of them could recognize you.
Matilda, are you doubting my abilities as an actress?
Now, I think you underestimate their powers of observation. It will take only one to suspect you are not who you say you are.
My children were so young when I supposedly died. I don't even think Mason would remember.
There are photographs.
Marcello, do you enjoy playing the devil's advocate? Or do you just do it because you are so good at it?
I do not want you to get hurt, that is all.
I am totally in control of what I'm doing, and I am prepared for the worst possible circumstances.
Which are?
Which are that possibly my children will not want me or will not need me, and that's what this is all about, to find that out.
A mother playing tricks on her children.
Oh, no, Marcello. A woman testing the waters, a woman who's been gone for so long and doesn't even know if her children need her. I mean, there is the possibility that they will even resent that I've come back, that they might even hate me. And in which case, I will pack up all that nonsense, get on the jet, and fly away.
I would imagine that each one of them will react quite differently to you.
I'm sure they will.
Now, I must tell you, I do not understand this thinking. I doubt that I ever could.
Marcella, what would you have me do?
What I begged you to do. Stay in Europe. A place where you have friends and a new identity. And the people that you left there love you just as much, if not more, than these children ever can.
And I love you. Oh, I love all of you. But don't you understand? What I have here is something different. It is very special. It is a flesh and blood family. And now that I found them, I can't turn my back on them. I need their warmth and understanding.
And in your case, let us hope forgiveness.
But I don't expect that right away. But oh, yes, eventually, forgiveness. And maybe someday we can all come to love each other.
Or perhaps not.
We'll find out soon enough, won't we?
You finished?
It's benefits of having read it before. You can skip over the boring parts.
Oh, it's all boring to me.
Maybe if you tried concentrating, then...
Can't concentrate these days. Like Mrs. Park says, my schoolwork's going up on the skids there.
Maybe you could do some catching up tonight.
Thought we were going to movies tonight.
Ted, I have a biology project that's due on Friday, and so I think I'm going to be up real late all this week. I don't think I'll be able to make dinner on Thursday either.
Nick, what are you saying here? I mean, I'm not going to be able to see you until this weekend?
Ted, it's really important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't be mad.
I'm not mad. Do I seem mad? Look, that's the way it is with school. I know that. Maybe with this time off, we'll, be able to do some thinking.
It's a good idea.
I remember when we were able to... couldn't get enough of each other.
Come on, it's only going to be for a couple of days.
Is it?
Ted, what do you think? Trying to avoid you?
I don't know. I look into your eyes, I don't know what I think.
Gotta get out of here.
Wait, what about class?
Ted, I'll tell him I'm sick.
Nathan, come on now, what's going on?
Ted, I can't keep pretending anymore.
Well, then just tell me what is wrong.
I can't tell you what is wrong. That's exactly what's wrong.
Okay. When am I going to see you again, then?
I don't know. Maybe this weekend. I'll have to see.
All right, well, then give me a kiss until then. Okay? Hey, now, that's not a kiss.
Ted, please don't do this
Don't do this to me! You're the one running away from me, from everything we've had. Look, Lakin, I don't know about you, but I can't just run away from it. Can you? Well, can you? Damn it, Lakin, answer me! What is happening to us?
7 will be fine. Yeah, a plain, simple ceremony is all I want. Here's some flowers would be nice. Music, I really don't know. Anything's all right. You can choose, yes. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Thank you, Father Gill. He wanted to know what kind of music she liked for the memorial service. It's funny, I can't remember what she used to listen to.
Well, there was a song on the jukebox in the snack bar that she really liked.
Was it lively and upbeat?
Yeah.
That's right, that's what she used to like. Music that lifted her spirits.
Hey, we'll get through this somehow, okay?
Summer got through a lot of hard times. When Mom and Dad died, that business with Hank. She never even told me about that. She got help all on her own. God, she was strong. No one accepted life the way she did. Even after all those bad experiences, she just bounced right back. And now she's gone. Doesn't seem fair, does it?
Hey, I know, it isn't. It isn't right, but something's going to be done about it, I promise you.
Warren, the police are going to take care of this. There's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, isn't there?
No, I don't want you involved in this.
Look, I can't sit back and let the police botch this up. I have a confession to make, Gina. That's why I'm here. Look, I need to know more about this guy that beat Summer up the first time. I need to know his name and where he lives.
Mason already knows, and it's too late. He went to Los Angeles an hour ago.
Los Angeles?
I'm not going to tell you.
Where in L.A.?
I'm not going to tell you.
I've got to
Warren,
go there.
This man is dangerous. He's the most dangerous man I have ever met.
Look, I don't care. I just need to know where he is.
I don't know. I mean it. Mason just said he was going to Los Angeles. Where in L.A. is anybody's guess? What are you doing? Who are you calling? Warren.
Mason Capwell's office, please.
He already left, I told you.
Is Mason Capwell in? I see. Los Angeles. Well, do you have a phone number in L.A. where I might reach him? This is Sergeant Riley, a detective with the SBPD. All right, how about an address? Okay. All right, the 602 Club. No, I don't know where it is, but if it's in L.A., I'll find it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Warren, you have no idea who you're dealing with here.
Yes, I do. I'm dealing with a man who killed Summer.
Whoa, not so fast.
Hey, look, I gotta catch up with Lakin.
I just saw Lakin, and I think she'd rather be at home. Now, we've got a few minutes for class, so why don't we just go in and talk about what's going on?
Look, no offense, Mrs. Parks. I mean, I know you mean well, but you don't know the first thing what's going on between Lakin and me.
Why don't you fill me in?
It's like I keep saying, there's nothing you can do.
Look, why not just for a second forget that I'm a teacher?
Okay, it's forgotten. Now you're a nobody like everybody else.
Okay. Well, here's some friendly advice from one nobody to another nobody. Ted, you're very young, and you've got a lot to learn. Now, I know you don't think that's true, but it is.
Well, that doesn't mean I can't have emotions.
Did I say that? Emotion is what being young is all about. Too much emotion and not being able to control it.
Oh, yeah. Like my hormones, right? You better just watch out, Mrs. Parks, before the kids think you're like all the other teachers.
Ted, I'm being very serious. Learning to control your emotions is what growing up is all about.
Yeah, like my father and Mason. They're so in control of their Masons, they can't even show them anymore.
You are obviously very angry.
Yeah. At this moment, I am very upset.
And what good is that going to do? You know, yelling at Lakin is not going to solve any of your problems.
Well, it's the only way I can get her to listen to me.
You're yelling at her because you've convinced yourself that every little crisis that comes along is a life and death situation. Now, if you think about that, you've got to realize how silly you're being.
Silly, look, I am telling you this is a very serious problem.
And what romance isn't? Now, you've got to remember that there's going to be others along the way.
Look, I'm not even talking about Lakin and me, okay? I'm talking about what's come between us. Look, believe me, we've tried to just forget it. We've tried to go on with our happy-go-lucky lives. We've tried everything possible to shut it out of our lives. The problem is, nothing's worked.
So you're frustrated.
It's more than frustration. It's two people who can't escape the problems of their parents' generation. We don't know what we can do. That's why Lakin was so upset when she left. There was something she had to tell me, but she just couldn't say it.
What was it?
You wouldn't understand.
Maybe I could help.
You can't. No one can.
Dad, I really wish you'd listen to me.
All I wanted was to be left alone. To let what we have just go on the normal track. But our families had to keep getting in the way. I'm sorry, Mrs. Parks. It's useless. I gotta get out of here.
Class is in 10 minutes.
Speak to the maitre d' and see if we can get a table.
Do you really think they've got a maitre d' here? Notice how quiet it's gotten? These guys can smell a cup a mile away.
Let's try the bartender.
Okay.
You go first.
Okay. Beg your pardon. I'd like to disturb your game. Thank you.
Evening.
Hi. Wonder if we could ask you a few questions.
Depends.
You ever see this man before?
Name's Hank Judson.
I never seen him.
Are you sure? We have reason to believe that he frequents this establishment.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't keep tabs on my customers. If they got the money, they can stay here as long as they want.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
But you keep this. Well, he's not here now, that's for sure.
Not at his apartment, not at his favorite hangout.
We're just going to have to split up. You stay here. I'm going to stake out his place.
You're going to leave me here?
Yeah.
What do I do if he shows up?
I'll tell you what you don't do. You don't go up against him by yourself. He's a very violent man. You're going to need some backup.
Don't worry. I hate to get beat up.
This is the number of the phone booth right across from his apartment. I'm going to watch the place from there. Now, if he comes in here first, you go right over to that telephone and you call me. 5 minutes later, I'm here with some very beefy help.
I've got my own protection just in case.
Oh, that's nice. Couldn't you get anything bigger? I mean, you didn't have any trench mortars or anything?
Not very subtle, is it?
No.
Ruins the line of my jacket.
I don't suppose you've ever used that before. That would be too much to ask for.
Oh, sure. I've killed hundreds.
Terrific.
Don't worry. I've had all the training.
But are you prepared to use it? That's a little different.
I've never had to.
Then do me a favor. Leave it in your holster. You pull a gun, there's 101 things that can happen, and 100 of them are just no good at all. You go up against this guy by yourself, you're not going to end up being Dirty Mason, you're going to end up being Dead Mason, and dead men make lousy heroes.
I know that.
He comes in, you go phone, you call me. Have a nice day.
You too. Bartender, could I get a draft?
Well, what do you say, Slick? How about a game of 8-ball? You name the stakes.
No, I don't think so. Billiard's my game. Not if you know the rules. I'm here on business.
Okay. No problem.
No, everything's fine. Like, how about you?
Oh, I have a feeling this is going to be the longest day of my life.
Yeah, I bet.
It's 4 o'clock. Services don't start till 7. I don't know what to do with myself.
Dad's not around?
No, he just called. He said he'll be here as soon as he can.
Look, Gina, I'm really sorry about all of this. I mean, Summer was a very neat lady. I mean it.
Thank you, Ted.
So look, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
You and your family have done so much already. Can't believe how lucky I am just to have you all here. It's been quite a while since I've been around a family. I mean, a real family. Of course, Summer was always my family.
Hey, now listen, you have to stop thinking about that, all right?
I can't.
Look, we all loved her. All right? Everyone who knew her loved her. At least you have that to get you through.
I'm sorry. I know you have somewhere to go. Don't let me stop you.
Now, look, if you'd rather me stay, I'd be happy
No,
to.
really, it's all right. I'm going to rest a while. I'll go upstairs and I'll just rest before the services.
All right, she can be okay. Look, I'm going to the beach right now. You're welcome to come along.
Thank you, but I'll wait here for Cece.
Okay. Look, everything's going to be all right. Just got to remember that.
Thank you, Ted. Hello, Capitol residence.
Yes, is Eden Capwell there, please?
No, I'm afraid she's not. I don't expect her until later. Can I take a message?
Actually, if Ted's there, I could talk to him.
Sorry, you just missed him. He left to go down to the beach.
Thank you. I'll call again. seems we're going to get started sooner than I anticipated.
My father didn't kill your brother.
Channing found out about the affair between Lionel and Sophia. That's why Lionel killed
I
her.
love you so much, but I know something that's going to make you hate me. No matter what happens, I'll always come back
Channing
to you.
found out. That's why Lionel killed her. That's why Lionel...
Stop!
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I was just checking my beeps. This confounded thing breaks down on me. Sometimes I can be out here all night losing a small fortune. You know, I must have gotten a reading off your keys.
Yeah.
You knew? I haven't seen you around here.
Usually come around during the day.
Oh, well, that's why, because I'm usually here at night. You know, summer's the best time. You'd be surprised what I can find on the beach during the summer. You wouldn't believe what people drop on the beach. I found bracelets and rings and money. Oh, you know what I found one time? I found a necklace and had a real diamond in it. I lived off that sucker for a month. You go in for treasure hunting?
No, not really.
No, you just come in here to do some thinking, huh? Yeah, I know. Beach is real... beach is real good for thinking. I know what it is. Guess it's the waves rolling in. It opens the doors in the brain.
What's that smell?
I don't smell nothing.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Oh, must be those damn oil wells. I remember a time you come out here, you didn't smell nothing but fresh air. And then maybe some burgers frying. One of those runaways? I see more of your kids all the time.
No, not a runaway.
Just thinking about it, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, there are some of us who've done it, and those of them who just think about it.
You ran away?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Long time ago.
Worth it?
I don't know yet. All right, now, let me see if I can guess your problem. I'm really good at guessing folks' problems. Oh, I bet it's your parents.
Close enough.
Yeah, growing up ain't easy.
No, ma'am. Not easy at all.
You say this thing. Look at this. Oh. Hey. It's almost supper time. Mother's gonna be worried about you.
I don't know. My mom died a long time ago.
Sorry to hear that. You must miss her a lot.
I don't know, it's kind of hard to miss someone you don't even remember. I was very young when she died.
Yeah, oh, don't no one tell you about her?
Well, yeah, I heard stuff from my father and from other people. Yeah, that's the hard part. Not knowing to think what you hear from all those other people.
Ain't that the truth?
You know, the more I hear, the more confused I get. Trouble is, I don't know who to believe anymore. Yeah, that's the worst part. Not knowing who to trust.
Get you another beer?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Sam, I'm in a shot.
Got it.
understand, you're looking for me. You hard of hearing, pal?
No, you just caught me by surprise for a minute.
Bartender said you were looking for me.
Well, that depends. Are you Hank Judson?
Yeah, that's right. Who are you?
Name wouldn't mean anything to you. We have a mutual friend in Atlantic City. He said if I was ever in L.A., I should look you up.
Okay, pal. Let's start over again.
What am I telling you this for? I don't even know you.
I don't know, it's funny. Sometimes I think it's easier to talk to strangers. They're not biased. They kind of shoot straight from the hip.
Yeah, you're pretty smart for being
No. It's all right. It's all right. I know. I'm an old lady on the beach. Listen, you can't hurt my feelings.
No, I only meant...
No, listen, I'm what I am because I want to be. I don't like that business about being responsible. I think being responsible is a pain in the behind. You know what I mean?
No, life would be great if there weren't any questions.
Ah, yeah. That'd be boring. Oh, dear. Oh.
You know, the trouble is, I don't even know who to believe anymore.
About what?
About my mother. I just found out that she was unfaithful to my father many years ago. I mean, at first I thought, couldn't be my mother. Then I realized, well, never even knew her before, so very well could have happened.
Who told you that? Your father?
No, I didn't think my father believed it happened. I just heard from some other people.
Yeah, that figures. I should have known it.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's people. Something I learned on the road of life. People just take pot shots at the dead. Think about it. I mean, people can really easily lie about people that aren't around because they're dead and they can't be around to defend themselves. And for another reason, they can lie about them is because they don't think they're doing any harm because the person they're lying about is already dead.
Yeah, well, see, the problem is that there's a lot of evidence.
Evidence. Oh, evidence. Evidence. You can't argue with it.
No, it doesn't make it any easier.
Listen. What I think you should do is look inside. Look inside there. In your heart. See what you see. If you get in touch, what you have in there, that might be the answer to your problem.
I don't know what I feel. I just feel numb.
Well, then maybe you should look at the other side of it.
Inside?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if your mom was unfaithful, maybe she had a real good reason to do that.
I don't know if she had a good reason or not. Never know it.
Sure you will. Sure you will. You just ask me. I mean, I'm a woman. I know about these things, and believe it or not, I've been loved a few times in my life. Done my share of loving, too. See, sometimes in this world, a woman isn't really in control. And when she's in one of those vulnerable-like situations, sometimes she does something she's not too proud of. Doesn't mean she loved you any less. We're his son. Why, I bet even if she did this thing, one, she couldn't help it. And two, she didn't mean to hurt anybody by it. Least of all, her son. She loves so much.
It doesn't change what happened.
Oh, no. What happened, happened. Now, you see, people make mistakes in this life. Everyone does. I bet you've even made a few.
Yeah, plenty.
Well, see, there you go. Life is full of wrong turns. The tricky thing is to be able to forgive. To be able not to hold people responsible for their mistakes.
It's not that very easy.
Hell no, it's not easy. Life isn't easy.
You know what I think?
Hell no, what? What?
I think I'm pretty lucky you came along tonight.
Oh. Well, feelings mutual. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. I think we got something here. I think we got something.
What's that? What's that? I can't hear you. Huh?
Mason Capwell.
Capwell? I don't know of any Capwell in Atlantic City. If I did, I'd know it. I know every punk that ever spit on the boardwalk, pal.
I'm not from Atlantic City. I'm from Santa Barbara, and I'm an assistant district attorney.
DA? Since when DAs were pieces, huh?
Since I started going after convicted felons.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Then you won't mind answering a few questions.
Sure. I know my rights. I don't have to talk to you or anybody. Not until I feel like it.
Well, then maybe you'd rather answer them at the police station.
On what charge?
How about assaulting an officer of the law?
First, I want you to tell me what you wanted to talk to me about.
Summer Blake. Ring a bell?